What's up, y'all? It's Jullien from the Multifamily Movement, aka your property brother, aka Mr. Multifamily. And this property right here is a property that I helped one of my students find. It's here in New Orleans. He actually lives in San Antonio, and the reason he had to invest in a different city is because one, San Antonio doesn't have a lot of multifamilies, and the ones that he was finding weren't meeting the 1% rule, meaning that the monthly rents are at least 1% of the price. If that rule does not get met, then it's likely not going to be a cash flow positive multifamily property, and it probably won't be a good investment for you. So he decided to invest in a different city, and this is the city that I know. This is where I have my entire real estate Rolodex. I was actually driving by this morning and I saw that his door was open, and of course he lives in San Antonio, so I texted him to see what was going on, and he said the contractors are in there doing the work. He just closed on it last month, so he's getting the work done. What's beautiful about this property, it has a 12% cash on cash return already, but there's actually a unit in the back that I think you can see it right here, that can be converted for literally about $20,000, and that's going to bring another about $800 in cash flow to him, just for that $20,000 investment. That'll pay back itself in less than 2 years, and after that it's just going to add to his bottom line and send his cash on cash return to about 20% off of this investment. So I just want to say this, that your money does not have to work in the same city as you. I know a lot of you are attached to certain markets like the Bay Area or New York, and you're like, I can't afford here. You can afford there with the FHA loan, but if you actually want to become a real estate investor and have multiple properties, it's going to be hard for you to buy a second property because your second investment property is likely going to require 20 to 25% down. In New York, with prices being $1 million, that's going to be $250,000. This is one of the reasons that I left New York. I bought my first property in New York. That's my anchor property. But then I realized if I wanted to be a real estate investor, I was going to have to invest in another market, and the market that attracted me was New Orleans. Now, this is really powerful because my deepest fantasy is really to be able to drive through New Orleans and point to all these different properties that people that I help actually own. All right, that's my deepest fantasy, and this is an example of it. I was literally just going to the post office today, and I saw the door open, and I reached out to him. And the reason I have to bring in outside capital is because a lot of Black New Orleanians don't have enough capital to preserve this city. Right? They don't have enough capital. Now, I have a lot of students who are New Orleanians, and I've actually helped some of them already close on properties, even though they lived here. Sometimes it takes an outside person to come in to help you recognize the value that you actually already have right in front of you. And so we bring in outside capital to not colonize, because what's happened is a lot of times we've been calling gentrification colonization, or no, colonization gentrification. We've had other communities come in and try to take our communities, and that's colonization. Gentrification is actually the upliftment of a community, and so I believe that's exactly what we're doing here. He is improving this property. He's going to make these units absolutely nice, and they're going to be affordable and allow for people to live in them. So this is part of the game, and this is my deepest fantasy. I want to help create 100,000 multifamily home buyers over the course of my life, and so that's what the mission that I'm on right now. My target is 300, and this is one of them right here. And so I'm excited for him. He lives in San Antonio, and now his money is working for him. Again, your money does not have to work in the same city as you do. Okay, so if you want to learn how to do this, go to multifamilymasterplan.com. That's multifamilymasterplan.com. I'll show you how to finance, find, and finalize multifamily real estate deals just like this. And I help my students find deals all the time. Literally, I run them through the purchase or pass deal analyzer, and I share them publicly with my students, and my students go jump on them. They go jump on these deals, and that's what this is really all about. We're accelerating the process for everybody, because if you wait too long, rents are going to continue to rise, and when rents rise, that makes it harder for you to save, while at the same time the price of housing is going up. And so there's going to be a line. There's going to be a line between people who own and people who end up perpetually renting for the rest of their life, and I don't want that to be you. Okay, so go to multifamilymasterplan.com, and I will catch you on my next webinar that I'm doing on how to finance, find, and finalize multifamily real estate deals. All right, much love, y'all. Peace.